to do about Jonas?
Well, have you figured out the special little thing you're gonna do for the Jonas episode?
Nope.
Okay, well then I guess we break it down. Where are we?
Right here.
In the script?
Yeah.
The fictional script?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jonas.
The last time we heard from Jonas was the holiday special. Where'd we end that?
Hi, I'm Jonas and I'm rich.
Right. Everyone knows Jonas is rich now.
Oh yeah, everyone's got tragic backstory now, don't they?
Hi, I'm Jonas, I'm rich, and I have a complicated backstory and also 5 caregivers.
Jonas always looks on the positive side. Let's start there.
Then let's break this little fella.
Theme music time?
Yes, Jonas, theme music time.
Jonas!
Rebirth.
So Jonas, we're giving Bethany their own episode to explore their backstory, and we want to do the same thing for you.
And mine comes first?
No.
We're releasing them on the same day.
And mine comes first?
No.
Yours will be second in the feed.
Which means more people are going to listen to it because of how people listen to things, but
Just let Bethany go first, okay?
But why?
We've been mean to Bethany for about 20 episodes. Let them have this one.
And the meanness isn't going to stop there, so your episode is second.
Do I know all this after this episode is over?
I haven't really decided yet. We'll find out together. Anyways, when we set out to do this, Bethany was very much supposed to be the lead character, and then you did what you do, and now you're kind of co-leads, so Bethany's episode is going first.
I was supposed to be a side character?
Yeah, and then you turned out like this, but we're here now.
And we kind of need to say sorry to Bethany for everything, including that, so their tragic backstory episode has to come first.
Why did you say tragic?
Come on, Jonas. We all know why I said tragic.
Alex, help me out here.
You're barking up the wrong tree, bud.
Name one tragic thing that ever happened to me.
Your caregivers embarrassed you in front of the whole ship. That didn't come from nowhere.
Is Bethany's going to be longer?
The episode?
Yeah.
Maybe, but that's because it's all monologues.
Sorry, Jonas. You have a tragic backstory. And you're privileged. You get both.
Can I counter with just privileged?
You can't buy God, Jonas. Can't buy God.
Hey, Alex, can we start with a flashback scene to Jonas's childhood, if that's okay, structurally?
Your episode, not mine, Monty. Just gonna flag that we're beginning 2 to 3 minutes into the episode.
Can I vote no?
You can certainly try.
Okay, let me look at the first draft of this. Okay, scene 1.
Hey, Monty, do we want to keep scene 1? It's kind of free-flowing now, structurally.
How come Bethany gets monologues and I get this?
Fine. I'll drop it. For structure. Jonas, you're at home with one of your caregivers.
Ooh, which one?
You pick.
Let's do the one that works with all the prisons.
No, please, no.
Ooh, good choice.
Bad choice.
Or we catch people off guard with the artist one.
The prison one is fine, actually.
Prison one it is, but I'm going to remember that for later.
Please don't talk about the artist one.
You heard Alex. It's my episode.
You are at home with one of your caregivers, which didn't happen very often, and you're also in the same room as them, which happened even more rarely.
Okay, 4 minutes into the show, now we begin.
Oh, will you
Stop that.
First thing we get from one of Jonas's caregivers is negativity.
Stop doing that.
Doing what?
and then exasperation.
Jonas.
Doing what?
But no explanation. We'll save that for a twist.
I'm so tired of you, Jonas.
What am I doing?
And Jonas is trying so hard to connect with just 1/5 of their caregivers, and...
Is this how you talk to your other caregivers, or just me?
Nothing. Just a brick wall.
But what else can you expect from the prison one?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
The 5 of us work very hard to provide for you and your siblings. We are working overtime to afford people who will raise you correctly. And failing that, and it seems like we're failing that, we're trying to find people to at least raise you to be polite. So, is this how you talk to your other caregivers?
And Jonas, searching for the right answer, finds the wrong one.
No.
So you save all your disrespect for me then?
And when Jonas finds themselves in a nice hole, they've just got to dig.
No.
Unbelievable. I don't have a lot of time away from work, but I suppose it is my responsibility to help you with your tone. And then we can work on the thing you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Tone first, Jonas.
So, what was going on there, Monty?
Yeah, Jonas, what was going on there?
I have no idea. I was 5.
So take that, Alex. That's the point.
No. Like, metatextually. What are we doing? Why are we here?
Okay. My caregiver always told me that if you have to cry, cry quiet. I would take that advice. Now, if I let the prisoners have their choice in their own meal plan, their lives might become more meaningful, so it is time for me to take my leave. Goodbye, Jonas.
So what do you think?
It's mean, that's for sure.
And you like mean.
Occasionally. I like little Jonas crying.
Good. I thought you would. Also, did we ever name Jonas's school?
I don't think so. Or if it did, it doesn't have one anymore.
Did you have a roommate?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
You do.
I mean, you two should probably know as well.
I mean, I know.
I'll know soon enough.
Then why are we asking?
I'm trying to do this whole back and forth thing. Please don't embarrass me. Tell us about your roommate.
How about you tell me about my roommate?
Okay, maybe I will tell you about your roommate.
I wasn't even supposed to have a roommate.
There we go, banter, thank you.
I was supposed to get 2 whole rooms to myself. One for sleeping, and one I pretended was for studying, but was actually for practicing analog hoverboarding.
Did you actually practice analog hoverboarding, or did you just buy all the stuff for it and then never go into that room again?
My caregiver shut down the school before I could really get any good. What is your point?
My point is that you're at your boarding school and you and your roommate, who you were not supposed to have, are studying together.
Wait, why did they have a roommate if they weren't supposed to? They're definitely rich enough to have their own room at boarding school.
I don't know. Probably because I got in trouble for something.
So is that like a guess, or a confession, or...
Yeah, it's a guess.
It's a good guess.
Why do you keep asking me questions that you know the answers to?
Because you keep skipping your tests, Jonas, and now you have to take all of the tests at once, or you're going to get expelled. And this is what studying is, Jonas.
I don't know why I have to take the test if I already know I'm going to pass the test. What's the point of the test if you already know all the answers?
I think that's exactly the point of tests. Ask yourself, how do other people know that you know things?
But do you see what I'm saying? I already know I know this. The test is 3 hours long. The window is open. It's pretty obvious what I'm supposed to do.
Your classroom was on the 5th floor.
Yeah, but there wasn't time to count on the way down. Also, how do you know that?
Wait. Jonas, jumped out of a 5th-story window to get out of taking a test.
You can't tell me that isn't exactly the most Jonas thing they could do.
We have birthed a very stupid alien.
We've had so many conversations about how Jonas is competent, but also just like this.
In that case, we have birthed a very frustrating alien.
We've been in the same class for weeks. I sit next to the window.
I knew you from somewhere.
You greeted me by name every day.
I was just being polite.
Wow. Okay.
But back to the important thing at hand. There should be something I can do before I take the test to prove I don't have to take the test.
That's called the pre-test.
But I knew the answers to that already.
Did you do the pre-test?
No.
That's why you had to take the test, Jonas.
But I shouldn't have to.
Listen, buddy, I'm not happy about being your punishment for missing every assignment so far. It feels kind of like a job. Your caregivers make me send communications about you to them and then correct my grammar before calling me a liar, so maybe next time just take the test so that we don't have to keep doing this.
Did you take the pre-test?
Yeah?
Did you have to take the test?
Yeah, that's when you climbed over my desk to jump out the window.
Why do you take the pre-test if you just have to take the test anyway?
Jonas, my caregivers are paying a lot of money so I don't have to share a pencil with some nobody. And I just need the barest passing grade and I'm set for life. Work with me here.
Sounds like a lot of paperwork.
Jonas has bones, right? You've got bones, right, Jonas?
Probably. Why?
Okay, just checking. We melted your teeth pretty recently, did something with a radioactive necklace a while back.
Yeah, that's still in there.
And we're thinking of breaking some bones next. It's just good sound effect material.
Sounds great. Also, just to defend myself a little bit here, I didn't jump out of the window every time there was a test. I just forgot that there was a test that day. If I remembered, I would have just skipped class that day because I'm super cool and very attractive.
Mm-hmm. No one's trying to fight you on that. Mostly because this script is, so far, twice as long as the first draft, and let's get to the point.
Jonas, you want to go to one of your other estates?
Which one?
You know the one!
Oh, no!
The one where your caregivers hired interior decorators, lawyers, and later a team that only referred to themselves as the cleaners during the construction process.
The designers all killed themselves in what would end up being my bedroom.
Oh, that's dark, and I refuse to edit it out.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's our favorite of the estates.
It's the one with the biggest bedroom.
That's the spirit, bud. Repression is the first step towards not annoying people.
And it's not like the mass suicide was a big deal. They got the bodies out before I ever saw them, and I didn't even know about the incident until I was older, and...
Flashback!
Jonas, you're going to stop driving your tutors to tears, or I swear on all my marriages I will get that company to come put the ghosts back into your room.
Were there ghosts in that room?
As long as you thought there were, it doesn't really matter.
I don't like that.
You're with another one of your caregivers, the artist one.
I like that less.
It's been years since you've heard from them, and they've just seen one of your doodles that you left on the floor.
Jonas, they're the only caregiver to ever ask, how have you been?
What?
I said, how have you been, Jonas?
There's a hallway in this house.
Estate
That I am so sure nobody but me has ever been in.
What makes you say that?
It is the exact shape of my body.
Really?
And I don't think anybody else would fit.
Maybe one of your younger siblings?
They're all bigger than me.
There's a new one.
There is?
Or maybe a cousin, or a nephew, or something. Jonas, you really need to keep up with the family newsletter.
Do you keep up with the family newsletter?
When my work is being reviewed in it, I do. And speaking of work, I saw one of your pieces strewn about, one spread of carpet or another.
Oh, yeah? Did you like it? Which one was it? I've been waiting for so long for someone to notice them, and I made sure to put how to reach me on the back of every one, because, you never know.
Uh-huh.
Did you like it?
I am so happy that there is another member of this family that, dabbles in the arts. I mean, look around this place.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, it's
so gaudy. Where's the vision? The passion? Just to think that people died for this.
I've been meaning to ask. I still see those people sometimes.
Jonas, we gave you the biggest bedroom. Don't be impolite.
So you liked it?
What I'm saying is, two artistic minds coming together. We could really steer this family in the right direction.
Did you like my doodles?
My work, as you probably know, is featured in the collections of, I don't like to name drop the family. My resume is impressive, though. And I think with our combined efforts, we can... How would you like to be somebody, Jonas?
No, thanks.
Jonas.
I am your caregiver.
You don't like my doodles.
I never said that.
Yeah, you were really careful not to.
As your caregiver, who has sold more than a few pieces I was rather attached to in order to cover the expense of your private tutoring, I think it's more than fair if we take this opportunity to explore something you're interested in and make it, in your own words and in my experienced eyes as well, yes, better.
I didn't say that.
Sure you did.
I like my doodles.
Don't embarrass yourself.
If you're really seeking critique, these doodles are not up to snuff. If you want to pursue the art, this is your opportunity to do so. I'm not going to force you to, but you know what the alternative is. And that one sad sibling of yours has been talking about designing playing cards every physical holiday for quite a few years now.
Can I have the doodle back?
No, Jonas.
I like the doodles, Jonas.
Thanks.
I'm a bigger fan of the ferns, and more than that, brevity in storytelling when it doesn't feed my ego. Now, we're at the temperature testing solutions plant orbiting the homeworld where you were a sub-manager for a little bit.
Jonas, do you need a break?
No,
You look like you need a break.
I don't think so.
Alex can edit around it if you need a break.
Yeah, he can, but he won't.
I'm fine. Listen, all this is great, but it's not really as tragic as you said it was going to be.
Jonas, take a break. Monty, can you come over here, please?
Ugh, fine.
What's up?
We can't be nice to them.
I thought I was being mean.
Monty, I've been watching you make spelling mistakes all night, and you have no idea what mean looks like. Hurt them, please.
Why?
Because they're a person. We have to let them be a person.
But sometimes people are already hurt, Alex. We can just let them be hurt.
Oh, but we won't.
Are you going to bring up the story circle now?
The story circle will be the ring I wear on the hand that I will use to beat this character into oblivion.
Let's just get to the sub-manager stuff. This is boring.
Hiya, Johnny. Are you ready to get temperaturing today?
I actually don't remember this person.
Well, coal's one of the 2 or so temperatures there are, and it's one of my favorites.
This is not familiar. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I don't remember this.
Do you remember working on the temperature testing solutions plant?
I mean, it's on my resume.
You don't have a resume.
I don't need one.
Oh, you are insufferable, though.
Monty, you're being useless again.
Hey, those are my insecurities. Those are for subtext only.
I hope someone puts you in a nightmare play about your life someday.
And who's going to write it? Alex? Yeah, that'll be a fun one. He wrote the Throw Rocks at Dogs story. You're just lucky I'm here.
You killed me in a fire, Johnny. You killed me in a fire.
Is that true?
I don't know.
You never checked on me after the fires, Johnny.
My name was never Johnny.
Is that why you killed me, Jasmine?
I honestly don't know if I killed you.
It hurt when you killed me in that fire, Juliet.
I don't even know if I killed you.
Hey, my teeth are popping like popcorn in that fire you started.
I did start a fire. I have no idea if I killed this guy or not. Also, my teeth melt, but theirs pop. What's happening?
It sounds like you might want to look into that.
I'm a fern caregiver now. I don't want to bring that energy into their lives.
I was a caregiver too. Maybe you never asked.
Listen, I spent the last more than a year learning about different types of fire. It'll never happen again.
It can't happen again. Possibly.
I'm not going to look into that, by the way. Bethany taught me about plausible deniability, and I'm using it.
Did you write that one, Alex?
I like to think we wrote that, Monty. Now, how much longer do I have to be here?
One more scene.
There's more?
One more. Shortly after your caregivers all chipped in to embarrass you in front of the entire ship.
Oh, do you remember that one?
Yes, obviously. I remember that one. It happened like yesterday.
It did not.
I'm just glad you remember it.
After the ship-wide announcement, you got a message from one of the Fueling Initiative caregivers.
I don't want a message.
I didn't ask if you want one. I asked if you got one.
And then you said...
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have said that, because they said...
You actually don't remember what they said. And if it ended there, it would have...
been like so many other communications in the past, except...
Then you said, out of nowhere, as far as your caretakers were concerned...
Do you even like me?
And they said...
We love you, Jonas. You know that.
And you said...
Nothing.
And the allowance hasn't stopped coming.
And Bethany's one comes out before this?
They come out on the same day, but yeah.
Yours is second.
I think I should get back to work.
See you soon, Jonas.
The next one will be a fun one.
Thanks.
Ugh. Why do you do that? Give them hope.
Alex, the next episode is actually a fun one, though.
We're gonna break them before the end.
Does that dark cloak ever get heavy, Batman?
Straitjackets also keep you warm, you know.
Oh my goodness, will you please both shut up? Some of us are trying to work here.
Episode 20, Jonas, Rebirth, was written, produced, and edited by Monte D. Monteleagre and Alexander Wolfe. Raimy O. Washington voices the character of Jonas. Ellis MacMillan is the Robo-Archivist. Chase Guthrie Knueven played the prison caregiver. Joe Hanson played the fueling initiative caregiver. Katie Ploetz played the roommate. The voice of Monte was simulated by Alice Stilwell. The voice of Alexander was created by Edward Hoffman. As always, I'm Leah Cardenas, and I read the ship announcements as well as the credits. We know you have 1,000,001 choices for quality audio entertainment, which is why we're so glad to have sunk our creative hooks into the meatier parts of your psyche. If you would like to help spread our message in the cult-like fashion that we prefer, why not leave us a rating and a review on your podcast platform of choice? That way, the stingy algorithms that control our lives from the shadows will have no choice but to turn their burning eyes upon us and drench us in the sparkling waters of vague popularity. Find us online at inkthepodcast.buzzsprout.com for links to all our social media, or connect with us directly at inkthepodcast. That's at INC the podcast. Ink is a production of Wolf Mountain Workshop. Happiness is productivity.
Productivity is happiness.